Things in life are rarely as they seem. Let's take an example. You take a red apple and you look at it and you think to yourself, this is straight redness, this is harshness. The reality, you cut into that apple and you know that 99% of it is actually whiteness, is compassion. That's just the outer layer, actually. That's the redness. This is the way life is too. So let's look at some examples in the portion of the week and see how maybe they aren't rarely as they seem either. First, we start out being told in the portion that a woman, after she gives birth, enters a state of uncleanness for a period. Why? What did she do wrong? Well, this is illuminated by the Or HaChaim. He tells us that if you have a jar of, something like vinegar, and you empty out the jar and you leave that empty jar out, chances are it'll just stay empty. But if you have honey, a jar of honey, and you leave it open and out after it's emptied, you'll find a whole lot of bugs in there. Why? Because they can tell that there was such a sweetness there, and that's what attracts them. So too, when a woman gives birth, she goes to the highest of places. She is a partner with God in creation, doing a miracle with her body, bringing in new life into the world. Is there anything loftier than that? And so it's inevitable that because of the sweetness, because of the highness, because of the loftiness, that there will be attracted afterwards a little bit of, let's say, the bugs. There will be a down that comes after the high. And this is what the Torah is calling a period of uncleanness. Nowadays, we know there's also a postpartum, and that's maybe a different conversation. Next, we have an example in the Torah of a very mystical sickness called tsaras. And someone could get lesions on their clothes, or on their bodies, or even on their homes. But Rashi tells us that when the Jewish people came into their homes, these were homes that were occupied before. And when their homes would get tsaras, obviously they would think this is a really bad thing. We have to quarantine, whatever. The reality is they would break those walls that got tsaras, this affliction, and they would find treasures that the previous tenants abandoned and left behind. The lesson is actually quite clear. Whenever you see something in life that doesn't seem good, know that beneath the surface there is goodness there. All that you have to do is look a little deeper, and you'll find the treasure. Shabbat Shalom.